Hello, how are you? It's me, Phil, back again just to talk to you quickly about When the Sky Falls. And one of the things that I've been asked to talk to you about by one of your wonderful teachers is the idea of Joseph's anger. Now, anger is something that is often frowned upon for good reason, because it can be incredibly destructive emotion. And when you look at Joseph and his arrival in the big city at the start of the book, indeed, if you look at Joseph's behaviour for the first half of the story, you will see this anger holding him back. And I think, although it was a very difficult thing to write about, it felt incredibly important, because the wonderful thing about books is that it gives you a safe way of talking about really difficult emotions. Because what's important within this story is Joseph's development, isn't it? Because when you're writing about a character in any story, it's really important that you change them throughout the course of the story. If you think about, for example, Harry Potter, one of the most famous book characters that there is, when you first meet him, he is very much what you'd consider, I guess, a bit of a loser. When you meet him, he's got a daft sort of, shaggy haircut and battered old broken glasses and a lightning scar on his forehead. And where does he live? He lives in the cupboard under the stairs with the Dursleys, and he hates them and they hate him right back. But what you see by the end of the 7 books is that Harry is very much changed. He's no longer living in the cupboard under the stairs. He's the boy who saved the world. He's the boy who defeated Voldemort. And in between, what you see is this. We've talked about this in one of the other videos. This wonderful journey that shaped something like this. He has peaks and he has troughs. He has successes and he has failures. And every time that he fails, he picks himself up, he dusts himself down, and he goes again. And this is what I was trying to get to grips with Joseph's story. When you first meet Joseph down here at the start of the book, he is angry. He's angry at the world. He's angry at his father. He's angry at his grandmother. He hates Mrs. F. He's terrified of Adonis and doesn't like him either. He thinks Sid is really annoying. But what was really important as the book goes along is that I start to look at and get behind the character of Joseph, so you can see exactly what he is angry about. Because actually, what you can see is that if you can use your anger in a really positive way, you can start to make it feel less and less important. And the real you starts to shine through. What was important for me as well is that when I was writing When the Sky Falls, I was pretty angry myself. I'd had a lot of things going on in my life, as life sometimes does to you, that made me feel incredibly angry. And by writing the book, it gave me a really safe way to write about how I was feeling. So what I would say to you is, the wonderful thing about writing is that it can be almost like a vehicle. It can be like a car that you can get inside of. So you can explore things that are happening for you. So don't necessarily see Joseph's anger as a negative thing. Actually, it could be seen as a huge positive, because it's that anger that drives him on eventually to help Mrs. F, to try and find a way of saving Adonis, even when those bombs start to fall at the end of the story. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a sense of why I wrote about Joseph's anger. And I hope it will show you that Joseph, despite feeling these incredibly strong emotions, is still an incredibly positive character. Okay, good luck. I hope that makes sense. See you soon. Bye-bye.